right, we are live on Facebook and on YouTube.
Awesome. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We will get started with some announcements. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for our network welcome. I am Jamie Chavez, the President and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce. And every Wednesday, we bring you a live broadcast featuring one of our newest members to the Chamber to introduce them and give them a chance to talk to you about their business. So for anyone who's new to our broadcast today, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. I hope that you will like this page and follow it so that you get notifications when we go live in the future. If you're on YouTube, you can hit subscribe and also explore our previous broadcasts there as well. We also do broadcasts on Mondays that are dedicated to city updates from our city councilors, Mayor Pro Tem and Mayor, and we're throwing in some additional people, city manager, and some lobbyists that we work with as well. So those broadcasts offer a chance to hear about what's going on at City Hall and some updates from there. So I hope you join me for those as well. And we also reserve the last Friday of the month for county updates featuring Jeffco County Commissioner Tracy Kraft-Thark. So stay tuned for broader county matters in those broadcasts as well. As you watch the broadcast today, I encourage you to engage with us, drop your comments, ask questions, say hello, and we will get to those comments during the interview. And now I would like to extend a very warm welcome to some of our newest members to the Chamber of Commerce, Michael and Lorena Wood from the Four Pillars. Thank you both for joining us today.
Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah. So I've gotten to know you guys a little bit just in, I guess, the last month or two that you've joined, and you're jumping right into the Chamber. So that's amazing. We always love that. But why don't we start today? You guys can tell us just a little bit about yourselves.
Yeah, so we're Michael and Lorena Wood. Like you said, we're partnered with Amway. Our LLC is called the Four Pillars. And I know, Michael, you were going to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, the Four Pillars. I chose that while we were dating and starting our business around the four pillars of having a great life, which is the mental, emotional, spiritual, and relational aspects of life, and just learning to thrive in all those areas. And just having that focus of living a life of excellence and passing it on to the next person to help people do that. And now the fact that we coach people, I love to help people in all those areas and mentor them in all aspects of life, not just in business, but in all areas of life.
Yeah, that's very cool. So tell us a little bit about maybe, so you started the business while you were dating. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell us kind of what that timeline's been and how that's been.
Yeah. So we had been dating for about a year at that point when we had started our business. And knew we both wanted to be entrepreneurial. We had the same, vision for our life and the direction we wanted to take. And when we started our business, dated for about a year, building our business together, and then got married. So we've been married now for 8 years, had our business for 9, going on 10 years.
That's amazing. Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
So let's get into a little bit about what the business is.
So Amway Global is our main partner, and their umbrella, they have about 350, almost 400 basic consumable products, stemming from nutrition all the way to home care and everything in between. And when we saw them as a company to partner with, we loved their values, faith, family, freedom, and reward, and what they stood for. And the fact that, I had my student loan debt, I had credit debt, I didn't have the ability to really start a business, a traditional one, in that sense of having high capital investment. And it was $62 to start our business. And more importantly than all that was we had mentors who had been doing that for, at the time, 25 years in this industry and had done it successfully. And he walked away from his physical therapy practice in the 90s to build this full time. So when I met him, my background's in physical therapy, pre-physical therapy, I should say, and health and nutrition. So when I saw this, I'm like, well, I love the nutrition side of things. I love all the values that they have, but there's people who can actually show me how to do this right. And that's what I really attracted me towards it, was that mentorship and the guidance to really build something.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell us kind of about the products, the services. I know you guys do mentorship, so I'm interested to know more about that. And we also, Dave Carpenter says hello. Good morning. Good morning, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, nice. Hey, David. That's awesome. Yeah. So products, they started with soap back in 1959. So I'm sure Everyone's grandma has heard of Amway and has used Amway soap. And it's so funny, even when we got partnered with Amway, her grandma was like, oh my gosh, I love their soap. And then like told all of her friends, my granddaughter is selling Amway soap. And so they all started becoming our customers, which is awesome. They're high quality, organic cleaning line, non-toxic, environmentally friendly. Before, the world was green, they were green, which was really cool. And then they expanded that line by buying out Nutrilite, which is the largest nutrition company in the world. It's been on for almost 90 years, or actually over 90 years. In production, it was the first supplement that was introduced to the United States. And they bought out that whole line because they wanted to expand their reach and their ability to add more value to more people. And with that nutrition line came Artistry, which they had built that as well. Nutrilite built Artistry, which is a skincare cosmetic company as well. And so the majority of the botanicals that are put into the skincare and makeup is from the Nutrilite farms. And so when they bought that, they got that all under their umbrella. And over the years, they just really expanded. They bought the rights of excess energy drinks and then expanded that into a sports nutrition line, which is awesome. And home care, personal care, hair care, oral care. Who cares? It's awesome stuff. They have everything. So it's like being your own, when we partner them, it's like being our own little centralized servicing company for ourselves, and to be able to add value to anyone, because everyone needs something from our store. If not, they're either starving or dirty, and we can really help them. That's true.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we've got some more people that are saying hello, so we'll kind of run through here. Hello, Anne and Parker. Good morning. Emilio, thank you for joining us. And they say welcome. He says welcome to the chamber. And we've got Brian Head. Good morning, Brian. So maybe tell us a little bit about. Well, it sounds like there's tons of products to choose from. Talk about kind of how do you focus on what to recommend and how to coach people when there's so much.
Yeah, it really just depends on people's needs. But for us, we're really passionate about nutrition. We're really passionate about health, because we really feel if you don't have health, you don't have life. And so, especially with Michael's background, his dad was a doctor in nutrition. I love nutrition, have always really been interested in that, and was going to pursue an education in nutrition before we started our company. And then I realized I could learn a lot self-taught and through being able to partner with the #1 health and nutrition company. So because that's kind of our main, I guess our passion around that and helping people be healthy, we focus a lot on the nutrition products. And then of course, if people have other needs, we can serve them with other needs as well. But Nutrilite is an incredible company. They have over 6,000 acres of organic farmland that everything from seed to pill is through them, which for a supplement company is very unique. They're the only ones that do that from seed to pill. All the production is through them. And so that you're really getting a good source. You know where it's coming from. You know that what it says in the bottle is actually what you're getting. And sometimes people don't know that, that background on supplements. So they can go to the store and just take, they can take anything, and they're not necessarily sure if it's actually healthy or good for them, or their body's absorbing it. So we focus a lot on that side of things, and we have our favorite products that we have our go-tos to recommend. But that's over just years of experience and years of being a testimony of our own products, because we use all of the things from our store, as any good owner should. But
So what are your very favorite products?
Mine, for the nutrition side of things, is every day I'm very regimented with my supplements. We both take tons of supplements every day, but my go-tos that I never miss are my probiotics, because I've noticed that's a huge been a huge difference for me, just health-wise, mentally, mental clarity, immunity. So I never miss that. And then I also take a super berry blend, which is kind of like a powder. You can put it in water, you can put it in yogurt. It's like your immunity. All the vegetables and fruits that you probably don't eat every day, it's in this little powder packet. And it's amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's yours. And mine, I, like she was saying, my background in pre-physical therapy and emphasis in exercise science and health and nutrition. And my dad being a doctor in nutrition, he was actually creating his own supplement when I was a kid. And so I was taking vitamins before I could remember not taking them my whole life. And so my dad would always say, if you're going to take a vitamin, make sure you actually know the source, which most people don't. Make sure that it's plant-based, or, if it's like omegas, like make sure it's animal-based, so non-synthetic, and that it's coming from an organic source that's healthy, and nutritious, because a lot of people don't realize bioavailability, meaning your body's ability to absorb nutrients, is not just as important as the source of it, right? And a lot of people don't realize that. And what's cool about Nutrilite is they have the science behind making sure the absorbability is actually there. And so I take about 35 vitamins a day. And that's why I look like I'm 24, 25, even though I'm in my mid 30s. And that's just my testimony of just having awesome stuff that as soon as we partner with them, I was like, cool, I'm going to switch out to my stuff because I actually know the quality of it. Because even though my background was in that, trying to find the source of brand, whatever, through the internet was so challenging to really see, okay, is this coming from a good source? Do I know where this is coming from? And we could actually do that. And the majority of Nutrilite vitamins are NSF certified, which is a third-party certification that tests for efficacy. So it actually says what the bottle says it's in it is actually in the pill, like within a variance, a small variance. And then that there's no contaminants, which is great because you don't realize manufacturing products might have contaminants in it, like shaved metal or whatever might be going on. And then lastly, make sure there's no banned substances. So people who need to take vitamins, but they're in some type of, collegiate sport, athlete, or professional, they can take it because they've tested to make sure it doesn't have any of that junk in it, which could pop them for something, which is fantastic. Obviously, the average person goes, well, I'm not a sports person, but I'm like, yeah, but you don't want to be taking those banned substances anyways. There's a reason why it's banned. And so healthier for you, which is awesome. So I love the nutrition side of things, but what's really cool is just, Amway from its get-go, from inception, was all about quality, right? We want to have quality products that are healthy for people. And through that quality will come quantity, right? Because they did $8-something billion in sales in worldwide in 2022. And half of that was almost in all the nutrition side of things, and just because it's a huge market. And so they do a great job. And over the years, they've gotten better and better, right? They're always looking to change and grow and develop into that better version of themselves, which is so cool. And just last year, they changed over their entire makeup line to pull out all the parabens and phosphates and forever chemicals that a lot of other companies have in their skincare and cosmetic. And so that was like a 6-year overhaul of them switching out everything and changing this huge ship into a more natural way, even though they were already pretty natural, but then realized, oh, this stuff isn't good for people. Once that science came out, they shifted gears, which is just really cool to be part of a company that is conscious of that. Even their manufacturing facility out in Ada, Michigan is a mile-long facility, and they're a 99% landfill-free facility for a mile-long manufacturing plant, which is phenomenal. So they're always on the edge of being green, but more importantly, healthy for people and the world, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know that I think that people are really starting to pay more attention to what they're putting into their bodies, more than I've ever noticed before. And I read somewhere the other day that women in particular are exposed to like 80 chemicals, like just getting ready in the morning, 80 different chemicals that are toxic. So it's definitely something people are looking at more and paying more attention to. Is there anything that you offer for kids in terms of like vitamins or probiotics or things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a whole kids vitamin line with kids gummies, kids probiotics, kids, they call them like brainiums. They're,
Fish oil.
Your fish oil.
DHA,
but
EPA, yeah.
They're great because they don't have any, that added sugar. They're not like other vitamins that your, kids might like because they taste sugary.
They're just big gummy bears.
Yeah, absolutely.
These are healthy and they taste great.
And they taste great.
Yeah.
We have a baby on the way, and so we're excited because now we're gonna get to take those kids' vitamins.
Yeah.
Ourselves will have a reason to sneak a kid's vitamin here and there.
We tried them out and they're awesome. It's just like, as an adult, we'll take our adult vitamins, but now the kids will be here. We're like, cool. We'll sneak the yummy ones too.
Right.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. First of all, that's super exciting. We've got a couple more people joining. Hi, Dominic. Good to see you. Good morning. And we do have a question from Parker.
Nice.
So he's wondering, where does one get all of the stuff that you're offering?
Nice.
Yeah. So Amway is all online. And so you can get Amway products from Amway.com or from a direct distributor.
Yes.
And so that's what Michael and I are, as a direct distributor. And so we are our own personal small business through the Amway Corporation.
Yeah. So we can give our specific link for someone to come check out our products. And we can definitely give that to you so people can find us and we'd love to not only have them go check things out, but the biggest thing that Amway wants to do is have us serve the customer, right? Not just go, hey, check out our site and just buy something, right? The biggest thing is, hey, check out this, look what we have. Hey, what are your needs? What are your wants? And actually have us as a distributor really serve that client, and in a way that no other store is going to do, where we really find your need or your want and really try to help you with that, which is really cool.
Yeah. So what does that process look like if you have someone that comes to you and they're like, I think I need help. What can you do for me? What can you offer? Do you meet with people? How do you kind of figure out what the best products are?
Yeah, it's really based on what they want. If they want a more in-depth, like, this is what I have, needs for, this is what I want. I'm struggling with energy, or I'm struggling with sleep. We can sit down with them, and our biggest thing is we want to offer people a personal relationship and a customer experience that they're probably not going to get, going to a big box store. We're probably not going to get a handwritten thank you card from, your Target down the street.
Yeah. We usually sit down with people, either a quick phone call, figure out what they need, and then we can actually create a little shopping list with the things that we think will help them based off of those, needs or pain points that they have, and send that over to them. And with that link, it's directly to us. So obviously, that would support our business, our specific business for Lorraine and I. And they can select the things that they want, do research, understand it, come back, ask questions, and be able to sign up as a customer. It's free, just like any other, becoming a customer through anywhere. You get AmPerks points, which means you get points for discounts and free shipping with anything over $139. And so there's benefits to be that customer, not only in the little bennies over there, but also in the fact that we are there to be their personal business owner, to go, hey, we want to help you, want to serve you. And what's so cool about the majority of Amway's products, almost all of them, there's only certain products that have a 180-day guarantee on every single product, on all the consumers, which is huge, because then it's a 6-month thing where someone could buy something, try it, and go, hey, I didn't really feel much from this, or this didn't really help this need, right? Or maybe a skincare, and they're like, it didn't really go well with me, right? Or a foundation for a woman is like, oh, that was the wrong one. We'll just return it and try the different one, right? Try the other one that might fit your need. And that's why Amway did that, because they believe in their product. But we know that we're not all robots. Not one thing fits all, right? Not one product fits everyone's preference. And so that's why they have that 6-month guarantee for people to really, truly try the products and understand and feel and taste and really experience the quality, and know that they have no risk to really try anything and be able to find what they need, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. You don't get that from very many people anymore. So.
Not at all.
Parker has another question for you. Are these HSA approved?
HSA.
Are you talking? Are we talking about health savings account, Parker?
Oh, for like the vitamins and stuff? I don't think so.
maybe you can clarify. But he also says he would love to talk to you both, so I'm sure.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely give our personal information to you, Jamie, so then anyone could reach out to us, have our cell number. We'd love to talk to you about things, and even give you our personal retail website and really serve you in the needs and wants that you guys have. And we love helping people. That's why I was going to go into the health field. That's why I was going to go to physical therapy. I didn't want to go into all the debt and do that, and I wanted to be entrepreneurial. That's why I saw this as an avenue to do that and really get to help people. And I know your question earlier about the coaching side of things is centered around partnering with people in this space with Amway Global, just like our mentors did with us, because I was looking for so many different avenues when we first got around this of different e-commerce type businesses. But the main thing is I never found anyone who was vested into me. It was, hey, pay me this much and I'll coach you and good luck, right? It's like after that transactional relationship, that's all there was, right? Maybe you learned something, maybe you didn't. And so I never really pursued anything because I never felt like someone was there vested into me to help me succeed. And what's so cool about here is, our mentors could invest into us, but it wasn't like we had to pay them. It was, no, if we help you profit, we profit. But if you don't, we don't. Mm-hmm. So we have to physically help you succeed in order to succeed, which really gave us that confidence. Like, no, these people actually believe in us because they're investing their time, their resources, their energy to help us. And they're not getting anything until they actually help us profit and really succeed in this business, which is so cool. And that's the main thing for us too, is we love helping people in that same way to be like, you want to make a couple extra bucks. and make some supplemental income, well, then absolutely, we'd love to help you do that.
Mhm.
Or on the other side of things, where it was us, where we're like, we want to do this full time. We want to have more the time freedom to be our own boss, right, and not have a job forever
Mhm.
and do this full time. That was our main aspect of like getting around this too. Is like we can create that, and we have people to show us who've done that, which for me was rare. I mean, to have someone with those results who was willing to help me get there was awesome. So we love doing that, and we're excited for a bunch of people that we are coaching right now, and the results they're creating, and what's going to happen this next year is really cool.
Yeah, that's great. And you can put your website in the chat, actually. That way people have it and can just pull it up from here if they're interested.
I'll type it in,
Yeah, that's great.
but we can still.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, so you've been doing this a long time now. So what have you seen change, or what are some of the emerging like trends in the health supplement and health industry that you are noticing currently?
Do you want to put it in the chat in a little bit?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat
Okay.
a little bit. Yeah, because I'm trying to focus on.
We're
your
not that
question.
great at multitasking.
No.
That's okay. Or you can tell it to me and I'll type it in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Mway.com, and then there's a slash, and then it's my shop, so MYSHOP, my shop, and then there's another dash, slash, and then it's M as in Michael, L as in Lorena, and then our last name Wood. So www.amway.com/myshop/MLWood, and that's our retail website. So if we want to go to that, and I'll put our cell phone number in there, our business cell, so they can reach out and ask questions, and we'd love to serve them, which would be really cool. But in the health area, I feel like people are starting to really realize making sure they're getting it from that good source, like we were talking about earlier, because I feel like people were starting to realize like, okay, I need to be healthy. I'm just going to go to the store to get a vitamin. But I think right before COVID, I think that realization started happening, but especially during COVID, people are like, I need to take care of my health, right? It's crazy. The world wasn't telling people, hey, boost your immunity by actually working out and going outside and taking vitamins and like, eating healthy, even though that's like the main thing that you should do to fight any type of disease or anything going around. And I feel like people started really realizing that and then going, well, what am I taking? Right? Because people are doing that with any type of food product. They're looking at the back and going, what's in this? Right? And people are becoming more conscious of that. And I think people are starting to do that with vitamins too and going, is this an actual good source? Right? Because no one actually regulates vitamins and supplement companies at all. Right? The FDA doesn't, because it's not a food or a drug. It's a supplement. So they don't actually regulate it. And that's why you got to make sure that you're getting it from a place that is proven to have high quality, but also has those third-party certifications to go, hey, we've tested this. This is good, right? It's gone through all this rigorous testing, and NSF is the highest standard for that testing, which is really cool. And our sports nutrition line was through another third-party one, but because NSF is such a high standard, they actually are going through that rigorous testing right now to get NSF put on all of our sports nutrition, which is really cool. But I think in the health realm, I think that's the biggest thing.
I think another trend is people are just so much more conscious of their health in terms of what they're putting in their body. If you look at even 10 years ago, you would never see people at the store reading labels on the back of, food, unless they had a specific allergy that they were trying to avoid, right? Most of the time it was just, I'll just buy whatever, and they didn't really pay attention to that stuff. But I think now, especially with gut health, I would say that's the biggest, upcoming like trend that people are most conscious of, that they really want to focus on probiotics. They want to focus on good foods that, have good probiotics, like
yogurt,
kombucha,
stuff.
Sauerkraut, like those types of things. That's a huge focus because they're noticing that gut health really affects everything else in your life. It's 70% of your immunity is tied to your gut health. So if people are always sick all the time, or they're tired, or they have mental fog,
it's your second brain.
It really is. So I think that's a huge thing that we've seen recently in the last couple of years, is people really want good, source of probiotics and gut health, and focus on that.
And we have a program called Reset 30 that just came out, which is really cool around that arena, which comes with our probiotic fiber powder, and then a healthy protein. So we have either whey protein or we have an all plant protein with no soy. It's all rice flour and a couple other things, pea flour, I think. It's organic. Obviously, everything's grown on organic farms, but we have an organics line that it's certified on the actual package, which is another certification on top of having organic farmed. That's the next one, which Amway's actually building out that line more and more and switching things over, which is really cool. But it comes with that. And then the other thing is a liver support, which really helps. It's not a cleanse. Like some people think cleanse, like, oh my gosh, they're going to be at home for the next 2 days and I can't leave. No one come over, right? No, it's not like that. It's just a gentle way of actually getting milk thistle, turmeric, and dandelion root into that liver, which really help clear it out and just help it function more efficiently. And so that's the 4 products for the Reset 30. And the goal is for 30 days, do that. And we're seeing people have so much more energy, feeling way better, their guts getting way better. And, you know, it's not a weight loss program, but people who are looking for that side of things, they are looking and seeing some help in that area too, which is really cool. And with that, we do teach the 4 pillars of, which is funny because our name's 4 pillars, but they just came out with this program, so they stole it from us. But it's the 4 pillars of health, which is nutrition, which is the 4 products we just talked about, hydration, to make sure you're getting enough good, healthy, clean water, which we have a phenomenal water filtration system that goes below sink or above sink that pulls out 170 different contaminants. So it's actually coming out this March. We've had one for decades. It was the #1 selling water filtration system in the world, which is really cool. And they actually just revamped it to take out, instead of 140 contaminants, now it's up to 170 because all the different things that we're realizing in our water. So they revamped it. And so the new one's coming out this next month, which is awesome. So making sure you're getting healthy water, because some people don't realize, I'm just drinking tap water. Have you read your water report? It's clean, but it's not really that healthy for you, because if you're not using a filter, your body's the filter, and that's not very good. So good, clean water, and a lot of it. And then the next piece is a mental, right? So maybe reading, meditation, prayer, whatever's going to really help you really get that mental aspect, breathing exercises to really help this. And then the last one is just get some little exercise. And the goal is to do that for 30 days and really just build new habits to have a healthy lifestyle. It's not a diet program. It's a changing of building a healthy lifestyle and just really building some really fundamental habits in your life to live better.
Yeah, that's awesome. We have another question here from Parker.
Yeah.
What makes you all different than some of these other sites who sell similar products?
Well, I would say with Nutrilite being the #1 health nutrition company in the world, I think is huge. And the fact that they have 6,000 acres of organic farmland and everything comes from them. It doesn't touch an outside source. Every single year they do 500 million tests from seed to supplement just in the nutrition line to make sure that they're doing the best and making sure that you're getting the highest quality of everything. So when you're taking that vitamin, you actually know, I'm taking something that's healthy, that my body's going to absorb, and it's going to benefit me. Not, well, here's a risk. Hopefully it helps me, right? And so that's one of the biggest things is Amway's standard of high quality that other people can claim, but Amway can prove of decades and decades of having the highest standards of production, farming, to manufacturing all of their products, which is so cool. So the name itself stands by itself compared to anything else. Not that there can't be other great things, not that some people can create some other products. I know there's great products out there. There's a couple things that we don't have in our business that I do take from an outside source, but I'm really not, because of what I know, I'm really picky, right? I'm like, I really want to take this, right? Ashwagandha is another thing that we're actually coming out with, which is really cool. I was doing research for almost a year to find a product I was willing to take. And once I started taking it, Amway's like, oh, Nutrilite, we're coming out with the ashwagandha. So guess what? I stopped taking it because we're going to come out with one and I know it'll be better. So I'm really excited about that. But I would say that's a huge thing that is differentiates us from other people.
Yeah, thank you. I just have one more question, just kind of around, are there any factors like age or gender, health conditions, things like that people should know about when they're taking supplements?
I think it's all a case-by-case basis. And we always recommend too, if you have specific needs and issues that you really want to focus on or that you need supplementation for, check with your doctor or check with your health provider.
Yeah.
Like, we are not certified health, we're not doctors.
Yeah.
And so we always say, if you have something specific, really make sure that, it's, approved by health provider. But, in terms of gender, age, all of that, I think it really depends on what people are struggling with, because we see people all different, shapes, sizes, ages, all that type of, all that good stuff. And it just depends on what they're working on.
Yeah.
Some people really have problems with sleep, and they could be 15 years old.
Yeah.
And, you're going, why are you 15 and struggling to sleep? Like, I slept like a baby when I was 15. But maybe that's something that they're dealing with, or they, it just depends.
Yeah. And I would say too, it's, if someone is having any specific issues with that, we know so many people in the health space, prior to getting around the Westminster Chamber, but even more so now that we're part of this amazing organization and this group of awesome business owners. And so if someone's having issues, we're like, hey, we should really talk to this person, get some testing done, get some help in this area. And those people are sending their clients to us to go, hey, my client needs these supplements and this stuff. Hey, could you help them with those? Because they understand the quality that we have, which is really cool. So we're having those partnerships with other people to really help people be healthier and have the specialization that they need based off of their pain points and the things that they're trying to work through.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Really appreciate what you guys are doing. And we're so happy to have you in the chamber and coming out to all of our events and getting to know everybody. We are about out of time. Is there anything else that you want to mention before we go?
No, I don't think so.
I don't, at least not for me. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
It's been great getting to know more people in the chamber, and we're excited to continue to get to know more people and go to more events. It's been really fun.
Yeah, just with awesome business owners who all want to thrive and really help this community and just add value to any people that we can, right? That's the biggest thing. We're in business to provide a gooder service to the community. And that's what's so cool is that we as Westminster Chamber, that's what we're all doing. And we're trying to help each other do that even greater in a bigger way. Really cool.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming on today, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a blessed
Bye,
one.
everybody.
Bye.